Hey guys, it's Magda. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build. Today what I'm building is a craftsman's home or craftsman's bungalow, I guess you could call it. Honestly, like the family that I envision living here is maybe like a beginning family. Maybe it's a young couple just starting their family. And the reason I say that is because this house only has two bedrooms and one bathroom, which I feel like I'm kind of stretching out of my comfort zone just because normally when I build family size homes, I tend to make them a little bit bigger. I include either additional bathrooms, additional bedrooms, and having, I don't know, like kind of changing it up and having that limitation of just making a smaller house for a family. I really like it because I feel like it kind of gets my creative juices rolling a little bit more on how, to make it work. So in this case, for example, for this particular home, I added an additional door. So like the bathroom has two entrances. So technically it's still kind of like an ensuite, I guess you could say, for the main primary bedroom because they still have access to it through their bedroom. But yeah, so I really like that idea. Only two bedrooms, one bath, and overall, I feel like it came out pretty good. I really made use of the space. And this house is actually located in the world of Newcrest. I want to say I used a lot of cats and dogs in here, and I feel like it's kind of like a farmhouse type of style. And you guys will kind of see that in the inside here in just a minute. I do want to say though, I did cut out some of the exterior towards the end. You guys will see some stuff in the screenshots that it's not on the actual recording. And just because I do not know what happened to that footage. But it's not a lot. It's honestly just adding like a little bit more landscaping and that brick like fencing area, which is part of the debug menu. I added it on the side of the house too to kind of enclose, the property a little bit more. And that's not on camera, but it is in the screenshots. And then I also add at the end a small table near that red tree as well. So overall, just I really liked how this house came out in general, and I tried to make use of the space here at the beginning. I did struggle a little bit just because I knew that I wanted to have more than one bedroom in this house. I knew that I could make it work, so I kind of played around with the floor plan and I settled for this. I actually end up having the living room and the kitchen all in like an open space concept. So I do knock down that wall in just a moment. And I do actually extend it a little bit on the backside. I needed a little bit more space to add, a big enough bathroom just because I do envision maybe having like a toddler in this house, and I wanted to make sure you guys had enough room in the bathroom to include like a bathtub just in case you guys have pets too. So yeah, so here I kind of play around with how to add the additional bedroom, which it does stay on that side. And then I kind of just extend like the hallway a little bit more because I also wanted to include a back door. So this would have been fine if I wouldn't have included the back porch. But because I still wanted to have that back space, I kind of positioned the bathroom right next to the actual primary bedroom and then just added a back door leading to the porch in just a moment. I want to say that's after I finish decorating this part of the living space, which I really enjoyed doing, especially this kitchen space. I had a lot of fun making it just because I used a lot of the stuff that came from the new Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack. I really wanted to use the tile wallpaper that came with it, but I wasn't liking it too much. I really wish they would have given us an option where you had like the entire wall with that backsplash, because sometimes when I do like platform kitchens and I have to have a higher wall height, it doesn't cover the entire wall and it like cuts at a weird angle. So I feel like hopefully in the future they kind of give us like more more options to like, for like different wall heights. But yeah, so I ended up just settling with this one, which I want to say came from Growing Together. It's really pretty. I find myself gravitating to that a lot, especially for the bathrooms, just because it has a lot of pretty swatches too. And going back to the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack as well, that is where this rack came from that you see me put on that back wall. I really like it, and I hope we get more items like that just because the detailing in that item, I love it. I love the cutting board hanging. And then there's also, I want to say, a towel in the dishes. I feel like that's going to be one of my staples that I'm going to be doing and or incorporating into my future builds in the kitchens. And then another thing too that I really liked was the sink. The sink was really cool because it has like those departments on the side, so it looks more like a modern sink, I feel like you could say. So I really like that. And then of course the fridge. I love how it fills up the entire tile of the actual grid. And it has really pretty swatches too. So overall, I really, really like how this kitchen came out. And then also another thing that I did, I combined like the different cabinet types from different packs. So I want to say like the one on the end is like base game. And yeah, so I feel like it helps that they're similar swatches and it just kind of adds a little bit more variety. So that way it's not like all consistent, just, plain closed cabinets. So I really like doing that as well. Now, I did struggle a little bit with like this little space for the eating area. I knew that I wanted to incorporate a small little like breakfast table or something. Just because it is a small house, I wasn't going to have enough room to have a full dining room. So I wanted to make sure that I included that. And I tried playing around with what type of chairs to use. I want to say these are the ones that stay, but just on a darker color, and I really like how it came out. I feel like the whole style of this home is kind of like a modern farmhouse, I guess you could say. So yeah, so you have a lot of like different wood swatches, but you also have like some modern pieces as well. So I'm just finishing up this space here. I want to say I add some curtains to the other windows in the actual kitchen as well. And then I move on into the hallway space. So I wanted to make sure I fixed that area before working on the living room, just to make sure I didn't have to adjust any of the actual living space to fit any other spaces that I might need it, like in the bathroom or in the bedroom. So I wanted to make sure I got that out of the way, and I'm really pleased with how it came out. I feel like it's really realistic to add that secondary door into the bathroom, especially when it comes to like smaller spaces, and just adding it, as another entry, especially for the parents' bedroom. So I really like that. And then for the hallway, I do manage to add two windows. And I feel like the hallway is big enough to add a desk area. I want to say I just do a shelf, but a desk could fit right in between or right in front of those windows. So that's something that you can add as well. And I want to say I just do a laptop on the actual eating table. And I want to say you can add that to your inventory if it's in the way. But anyways, here I do go into the living room now, and I choose these couches, which I forget which pack they came from. But I feel like what really made the area or like the living room area was the pillows that I placed here, and I want to say these came from the Modern Lux kit, and I really do hope they bring more of like pillows, um, or like I don't know, like connecting different types of like swatches or like beds, especially for beds, because I know we can do it with like bunk beds, but it would be really neat. And I feel like you could have so many ideas when just switching the swatch of like a, I don't know, like a different bed frame, like having the same comforter but maybe a different type of bed frame. I don't know, I really like that because I know you can do that with like kind of like bunk beds. You can switch which bed you would want at the bottom, and I don't know, I feel like that would be game changer. And then also with like pillows, adding different types of swatches, you could really create different types of builds with different styles, and hopefully they bring that more into the game in the future. But yeah, the living room came out pretty quickly. I feel like again I went with more of like a farm, a modern farm style type of house. So I really like that painting, the modern painting that I added right up above the couch, and then that TV as well. The TV painting really kind of elevates the whole room. And I used that round table, which is one of my favorite side tables in the game, which that one is from the horse pack, the expansion pack. So that one's a really good pack as well. If you guys are considering buying any in the future, I always talk about that one. That's definitely my favorite one. And I would also go with Seasons or like Cats and Dogs, just because they have a lot of like different furniture pieces. That are just really pretty. But anyways, here I do move into the bathroom. I think that is what the next room I work on, and it was really spacious. I was actually debating on which room to make the kids' bedroom in, and for a minute I did consider having them like switched around and having the kids' bedroom right next to the parents' bedroom, and then just making one big bathroom slash like laundry space on the other side. But I feel like what really made my decision final was when I came into the thought process of having like that door coming into the parents' bedroom. But yeah, this bathroom came out to be very spacious. There's plenty of room to add a washer and dryer. And still have all the other necessities that you may need in the bathroom. I feel like that little nook that's right next to the door, I feel like that would be a perfect for the washer and dryer, the ones that are stacked. But I want to say I just placed a cabinet there. I feel like the family that lives here just really made use of all the space they had. So I added a cabinet there, and then I also add another one on the other wall. Yeah, so I choose that white one, and I add just like a regular kitchen cabinets in that other nook. And yeah, I just really like how this bathroom came out. I do not think I add any anything for the toddler, honestly. I will make sure before uploading the house up on the gallery to include that the potty for the toddler, and then also a high chair in the kitchen area. I will make sure to do that. And I feel like the reason maybe why I forgot to do so is because originally this household was not going to have a toddler. Originally, I was thinking that it was just going to be an infant, and I was going to add a crib in this kid's bedroom. But for some reason, I was inspired by that toddler bed, and I just really wanted to use it. So I didn't realize that until I was in the actual bedroom, and maybe that's why I forgot to add it. But I will make sure that it is up in the gallery. But, anyways, I feel like what I was kind of going for in this bedroom, and I want to say it's something that I tend to do with a lot of like the kids' bedrooms, or at least like the infant ones, is kind of like a wild like animal, or like a wild forest or like animal type of style, and inspired by the rug that came from the horse ranch expansion pack. I already had in mind the rug that I wanted to use, so I kind of just decorated around that. And I really wish we had more like picture frames, kind of like styled for kids bedrooms, because I really like the ones that we do have from base game, but I don't like the swatches because I feel like they kind of stand out. And I get it that, it's a kid's bedroom, it's supposed to be colorful, but sometimes I want like the whole house to kind of flow together in like a certain type of theme. And sometimes it's hard to do so in the kids' bedroom when you have like really bright colors like this. But anyways, one thing that I noticed too, for some reason, I don't know why, I thought that bookshelf like hanging on the wall, um, with the toddler books on it, for some reason I felt like the different swatches had different types of books, or like different swatches of books. But from what I noticed, it pretty much stayed the same. Like the actual wood of the shelf changes, but for some reason the books I noticed just kind of stayed the same. Um, which was kind of unfortunate because I feel like I wanted to have the same style of like the same color of wood, but just different types of books. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being picky, but I wanted to have two, but I just altered just for just having one. But anyways, here I do move on into the parents' bedroom, and for the parents' bedroom, I feel like I just kind of kept it very simple. Of course, you know it resembles the rest of the style of the house, so I kind of just kept that in mind. I feel like I used a lot of neutrals and a lot of grays and whites, and I do size down, which I did it off camera, this dresser, and that one came from Base Game. Just size it down using the tool mod and place that TV on top. And I want to say that's it. I add a mirror, maybe a plant, and I would say that's it. I don't add too much just because it's kind of like a weird shape. It's more long than it is wide. So I didn't want to clutter it too much. And yeah, just add a couple more clutter items on the actual nightstands. And I do go into the bathroom a little bit and add some more clutter items as well. Something that I really enjoyed doing was I actually placed clutter items on the actual half wall, which I feel like realistically we would use it in real life as more like counter space, especially it being right next to the sink. And I don't add too much. I want to say I just add like a soap bar and some bottles of like lotions and stuff. But yeah, I really liked it because I feel like it's realistic. So I make sure to do that. And then I go back into the living room because for some reason at one point the fireplace and TV just magically disappeared. So I go back and make sure to add that. And then I start working in the hallway. And yeah, I really don't add much besides the plant and the bookshelf. And then I move on to the back porch. The back porch is not too big. I feel like it's just enough space for the barbecue grill. And then I add the seating area in the actual backyard. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We are going to be moving on into the screenshots. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know if you guys have any ideas or suggestions down below. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye!
How many smiles does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you? How many songs can you write about heartbreak? How to go on when you're fed up with mistakes? Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you. Come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand. You're all that I have now. I won't let you go. 'Cause I found all the answers in you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Take me away. I'm okay if I got you. We don't have to stay. We can do what we want to. Just give a little bit of your heart. Give a little bit of your heart to me.